Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I've got a balanced rack. It doesn't feel a million miles away from a bingo, but I'm not seeing one. Certainly not a 7. I've got the ED ending and the out prefix, but I'm not seeing anything. And opponent's changed. So, what to do here? Well, the play which most sorts the rack out feels like up do, but this rack leave isn't great. So, how about doing this? Pouted for 24 and not putting a vowel next to a premium square. I'm going with this. Great. I draw the first blank. Only one vowel, so there may not be a bingo here, but 3 vowels on the board, so there may. So what about the E? That's the most likely. Let me squiz through the alphabet and try and keep in mind O, U, and E. So, redactor. Oh, wow, stopping 1 square short of the triple word square. That's a bit scary. Fortunately, opponent taking a while on their play, which gives me more thinking time. Now, what if the blank is an E with an O? No, what about the U? Reductor. Oh, an opponent's blocked that. So, only the E to consider. But let me try and find something better than redactor. So this rack plus an E. And if there is one, other than redactor, it's going to be significantly better. It's massively dangerous, stopping 1 square short of a triple word square. Just not seeing anything. Doctorer, redoctor? Don't think so. What about this? Nope. I am spending a while on this play, but I think it merits it. Okay, so what about PA? No, what about OP? No, so moment of truth. Do I go with redactor? It's all I've seen. It takes an S. It's 61 points. I think I go with it. This is pretty painful, and it's going to be very hard not to be influenced by the outcome. What would be an alternative? So do I have a double-double? And is there really no alternative to redactor? Supposing it ended ED, and supposing the blank was a vowel. No. So, reductor has the same demerit as redactor. Oh well. Let's see how this goes. Redactor for 61. I don't draw an S. Does opponent have one? Well, if they do play in row O, this O spot is available for my X, so I can play hex, which will score quite nicely. And if opponent doesn't have a bingo, they may burn an S because of the danger of row O. I wonder if there was an alternative bingo available. But quite a nice pick for 7 random tiles. What if this spot remains available? Well, I guess I can just play hex either side of Redactor to take it out. I don't think there's a bingo with this rack. And I'm not seeing a double-double through OP. I have exhale with a G. So what is opponent going to hit me with? Oh, wow, 107-point bingo. Oh, well. They must have been pleased to see my play. So a couple of spots for hex. I have it here for 42, keeping a nice rack leave. I have it here for 47. Well, 47 is better. I am going with this. Oh, I kept a nice rack leave. I've drawn the Q. And I'm not sure there's anywhere for it to play. I've got the A for and D for caddy and cade, but no available I. And no available T for cat. Aha, there is an available T. I've pouted. Okay, that might be my play. No U's available. What else? How else could I play my Q? I don't think anywhere. So I still actually lead despite opponent's 100-point bingo. I wonder if Redactor itself has an anagram. And also whether Redactor takes a Y as well as an S. Oh well. It's always a little bit painful when you have a decision like that right at the beginning of the game, because it does tend to play on one's mind, which isn't the best use. What's done is done, and this is the rack in hand. So all I've got is a wretched cat in column 7. Or what about lanched or ganched? Either of those may be good. Lanched and ganched. Or they could both be false. But either way, they score so much more than cat that they'll be a better play. Yeah, I was just wondering if Urales took a front W. I don't think it does. I think it's OU Raleigh which does take the front W. Otherwise, that would be a super hot hook. And I think Urales has an anagram Urials, which would have provided another I spot. Now, opponent taking a while with their play. They've drawn 7 random tiles. Have they drawn well? FAP does now take an S, so column 6 available as a bingo lane. "14 minutes on opponent's clock. Fairly near the beginning of the month, so 6 new videos up on Patreon. 13 for opponents. They're probably keeping a pretty decent set. Right, let's see if ganched is good. If it is, it's 56. And it is. Wow. I was not happy when I saw that rack, but there was 56 points available. Superb. But have I just set up opponent's Z? And still, yes, I have 64 points for opponent. So I trail by 16. I have an S. Oh, if only I had a T, I would have had cat in row J. So what is the play here? Do I play cat? 16 points, keeping held, which doesn't feel great. An alternative would be to play hailed here, keeping Q and S, increasing my chances of drawing one of the 3 U's and million I's. Or indeed an AT combo for row J. This feels better. Well, it's at least 20 points better than cat. And I was never going to, or rarely going to, draw really well to a rack leave of DEHLS. An alternative here, yeah, this is a better play, held. Because now I'm not providing a floating E, I am retaining the A for cat. I am going with this. Oh, wow. Okay, so I may not be bingoing again in this game. But look at this, I have jaw in row J. And have an O for going underneath the G of Ganscht. But nothing apart from the S goes under ZA. I've still got the cat possibility. But with B, J, Q, and W, getting rid of the Q isn't a priority. Getting rid of 2 of B, J, and W is. Another bingo for opponent. So I now trail by 50. But it's not over. So this is what I'm looking at. Jaw for 42 points. That's pretty decent. And I've got scoring potential in my rack. Is there anywhere better for jaw? What about above the O of Urales? Well, it would need to be J followed by 2 vowels, so I don't have anything. And I don't have anything with J in 4th place. So I think this is the play. Now, surely opponent has not drawn 7 good random tiles again. And what do I have with this rack? Well, still a ton of scoring tiles, so I trail by 12. If opponent doesn't bingo, I may be able to close the gap. So I'm not seeing anything in row N. Usually when you see the Q, you're keen to get rid of it, but once it's been on your rack for a while, sometimes the urge to get rid of it increases, but otherwise you just become more comfortable with it on your rack if you can keep scoring well with the remaining tiles. Q goes really badly with B and Y, so I'm thinking play B and Y and O as well. And there are still 3 U's out there. Great, just 16 for opponents, and now I trail by only 28, and I've got good scoring tiles. So let me consider options for B and Y. I've got it here, 26 points. 26 points. So, and a decent rack lead given I have the Q and I can't play the Q. What's better? Oh, I thought I had Boney, but EB not good. Yeah, I do need to get rid of B and Y. They don't go well with the Q. And this I may be useful for the Q. If I draw a U, I've suddenly got QUI with the Q tripled. Nothing goes in front of TO. Do I have anything to go after ZA? No, only the S. Which I would consider playing. No, I think boy is the best I've seen for 26. And I dodge all these U's and pick up another S. So through a U, I would have squarson. Will opponent oblige? I trail by 2, so this is a close one. Opponent changes, so no U from them. Or maybe they did have lots of U's and that's why they changed. So what am I going to do now? I am able to get rid of the Q. QAT. Racklever snores without an E, not great. Or, yeah, I think a better play. Maybe play chins here. Better Rackleave. 1 S, 1 blank to come. So I think playing the S is a good thing. Otherwise, it's an easy scoring spot for opponent. And although the S is now available as a floater, it's somewhat restricted by held in terms of its location. So, only 15 points. Am I overlooking a better Q spot? Well, it can't be very difficult to identify where all of them are. And no, I'm not seeing anything better. So let me play chins and pick up a couple of U's. Oh, well. Great, no U's. I have Baylors. No S lanes available. So what about a floating E? Borealis. Oh, doesn't quite fit. Does Borealis have an anagram? Oh, well, that's blocked, which is fine. Only 6 for opponent. I now lead. So do I have anything through an S? No. Any floaters? Well, there's a U in last place. No, there's T. It would have to end vowel T. Labourist. Okay. And Strobler. 10 minutes on my clock. Floating D. No. And no other lanes. So, I lead. I'm on turn. Board is super tight. V takes a U in front. So, I still don't have anything to go after Tsar. What about doing this? 33 points and a decent rack cleave, and providing nothing for opponents. If opponent doesn't have a bingo, they may have another lowly score, possibly opening a new lane, and this rack cleave isn't terrible, and a single E would complement it. But is this the best spot for obs? I could play bows and Tsars. 27 points. This scores more. Yeah, I'm going with... Just wondering if I've got an abs or obs play which is 1 square longer. And of course, jaw is good. Ors, Rs. No, I'm going with this. Well, I dodge all these E's, but look at this. Scoring tiles on a tight board are a good thing. And obs has stopped opponents scoring highly off the Z. Neither of my scoring tiles go under it. Only vowels go under the Y. Opponents play Vum. Vum takes an O101 blank to come. But a bingo in row B would be face value. I lead by 20. 8 minutes on my clock. Where can I score with my F and W? Foxy is good. I think Flawns is good. 24 points. Taking out a bingo lane. Creating a non-useful bingo lane. Let me look at the remaining scoring tiles. Only the K. So only the K can go on this double letter square. And not many K something F plays. This is only 24 points. But 21 tiles in the bag. This is going to reduce that by 5 to only 16 in the bag. Or, why don't I, well, if I play just lawns, then opponent can play in column 15. As it stands, a column 15 play would be E, A or AI, say M, AIM. Wow, nearly 40. That is a bit of a gift. Do I have a play ending in M? Florm, not good with an M. Well, I'm coming back to Florns. I'm just not seeing anything better. So Florns for 24. I draw the K, so I have Kifs. So if opponent bingos, I have Kifs. And I lead by 45, but the remaining tiles all bingo-y. M is the only scoring tile. But bingos with O later on. Well, there may not be many of those. Opponent may have a non-playable bingo. But it's a good thing to see the K, less so the triplicate I. But if I can burn at least one of them, and probably only one of them, then, and avoid the remaining 3, great, just 24 for opponent. Now, why don't I trample on opponent's dreams? I can play Kiev. How tramply is this? So OK is good, but Kai is good. I could be opening up a new lane. Maybe I should take the view, let opponent bingo with an ovum play, and let me then get a triple word square. 13 tiles in the bag. So what am I going to do? QI is good. Nothing using Oxy. Nothing ending in M. Craft is good. I could just play K. Oh, this is nice. Because, okay, I'm scoring 18 points. I'm getting rid of an I. But look what I'm doing. I'm forcing a row B bingo to suddenly end in O. And that's massively less likely than one ending O something or O something something. And this I next to a triple letter square, not dangerous, even with the M, because it can't play twice. This is the play. And I draw another I and E. Oh well. And no scoring tiles, so I lead by 40, but opponent's on turn. This is going to be tight. And if opponent... Well, I was going to say if opponent does bingo in row B, I won't be able to score much in row A, but surely Kai has taken out row B. But what am I going to do here? I may suddenly be down to scoring only 10 points, which is a little bit wretched. Seven for opponent. Nice. Just because it gives me an opportunity to burn through my vowels and play 5 tiles and not create a new lane. So Reggie for 8. Look at the remaining vowels. There's still tons of them. But I've just played through the first thing I've seen. But look, there's, well, 4 minutes on my clock. Do I have anything? Opponent has not opened a bingo lane at all. I don't need to worry about this G or column 6 or 4. Do I have something through this D? Or indeed from the Y? Interesting, I could do this. E-Day for 9. I'm taking out the D, which is a bingo-y floater. Well, it's an available floater. Yeah. There could be a bingo beginning next to the N coming through that D, and there are vowels, there's the blank, so that's good. E-Day takes an S, I've got one. Only 9 points. Why don't I do this? I think this is even more. I think that S hook not particularly useful, even though I've got the S, because I think more valuable was the vowel next to this double word square, so opponent could put the M there. 11 points, offering nothing. And sorting my rack out, I'm going with this. And I draw more vowels, so I'm glad I just played vowels last turn. I'm hanging on to this R and S. Wow, remaining pool is bingo A. And Glob has taken out M as a bingo lane. Opponent's only bingo lane is row B for bingos ending O or O something I think. I've got no scoring tiles, but I do have a precious 40-point lead. Can I hang on? Opponent's best bet would be, oh, there is a bingo lane, column 7, ending ET or vowel T. That would probably defeat me. So maybe a short play in column 6 or 7 would take out that danger. Maybe a play through the G, as I considered with red G. But I think D was more dangerous than T. Great, just 7 for opponent. 5 tiles in the bag. Can I play off 4? Yes, I can. I've got Uja. Ordinarily, I would not like burning all of my E's, but this performs a very useful role. Actually, this is not burning 4 tiles, it's only burning 3, so maybe I go back to Reggie. I want to leave 1 in the bag, because then opponent can't leave 1 in the bag by playing only 1 tile. So I am going with Reggie. Great, I draw the M. What has opponent got? Ooh, they may have Tono. Phew, that doesn't end in O. So they've still got the possibility of a bingo ending in O. I once finished 5th in a world championship, my highest ever finish, and it could have been higher. But I lost my quarter-final game to an opponent who needed to find a bingo ending in O, and found one. So I'm always a bit aware of those bingos. Now, opponent's emptied the bag. Nice play. Ovum takes an N in front. Only 1 minute on my clock. What can I do about this? So, does opponent have a bingo ending in N? Yes, uneaten. So I have to address this. 1 minute on my clock. What about this? For 16. Opponent would now need a bingo ending in U. So supposing an E-A-U ending. Opponent doesn't have one. I think this gets the job done. I lead by about 50. But have I overlooked something? I'm not going out in 1 or probably 2 with this rack, but I don't think that matters. Opponent's only got 1 point tiles themselves. I've got an I for going under the Q. Opponent doesn't. I've got an S for going under Czar, so I could play IS in that spot. Opponent only has the blank for going under Czar. I have TIE, top right. Rear is good. Nice play by opponent. Oh, opponent could have a play ending UN. Not ending U. I don't think that... I don't think that opponent has such a bingo. But the possibility is there. Also the possibility of a bingo ending MO. But very hard to eliminate all possibilities. So I feel that has got the job done. But we shall see. As mentioned, 6 new videos every month on Patreon. And the Scrabble videos always feature a game against BestBot, which is the best Scrabble playing computer in the world, and it's only available to patrons of Wordle. But always an absolute privilege to play against a computer of the strength of BestBot. Now, 14 points for nature. Opponent is going out with N blank. I've got 40 seconds to make my best play. Well, what's that going to be? I don't know. QI? 13 points. IS, 17 points. Let's go with this. Now, 24 points in case opponent slow rolls me. But I have tie top right ready to go down, so plenty of time. Six minutes on opponent's clock. Yeah, so Patreon, 3 Scrabble videos, 3 crossword videos every month, and the full back catalogue. The Scrabble videos are the BestBot game, and 2 Blitz games against real opponents on ISC. Always very exciting, always full of mistakes. But often exhilarating. Now, I'm just wondering if there is... Well, opponent is surely not going to slow roll, but I don't think I have any out with this rack anyway. E-double-I. Are there any 4-letter words with these letters? I don't think so. 7 points for tie. 13 for chi and io, so that would be my preferred option. This 5-letter lane under Y has remained available throughout. I was pleased with the Ida play. Getting rid of 3 vowels, not providing anything for opponent, especially as I then drew another 3 vowels. So what would I do if I were opponent with N blank? Nothing with Oxy. Okay, and opponent goes out. And the final score, 389 for opponent, 430 for me, a winning margin of 41 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a great game. But games that you win often feel great. Now, it was opponent to go first. They changed my rack. Okay, so I played Pouted for 24. Yeah, I think that's better than OT and Duty. I'm surprised Pouted isn't on this list. Opponent plays Fap. Now this is the moment. Oh, okay, so I had Creditor and Director. Oh, good grief. Then Redactor and Reductor. But it's these top two, Creditor and Director, which would not have stopped one square short. So, wow. Bit sleepy this morning, not to see that. Now, opponent, an absolute gift for them. 100 points with O'Reilly's. But I only trail by 40, and I have the X. So I have Hex for 47, and I am back in the lead, but only just. Opponent plays just a Y for 13, when N2, they could have played Oh Yes. Well, I guess that's a difficult one to see. And indeed, Yes is hard to see. Now I have Ganshed for 56, which was a dream play for me. But also for opponent, because look at this, they have a 60-point Z play. So we're still fairly close. Thought about Hailed, went with Held, because I thought the A was useful for the Q. And I avoided sticking an E in the open. Now, great bingo for opponent, regional for 70, and I trail by 50 with a non-bingo-y rack. But I have great scoring tiles. Oh, wow. O'Reilly's does take a W front hook. Oh, my word. Jaw and Woo-Raleys. Wow, I was convinced it was just W-O-U Raleys. Wow. Okay, what a crazy game with Redactor stopping one square short and O'Reilly's. So opponent, I think, should have played Urials because that definitely doesn't have that front hook. Oh well, I was super pleased to have Jaw playable, but 30 points left on the table. Opponent plays Sit. Sandboy G13. Wow, that's nice. 38 points. What do? I play Boy for 26. And I think Boy for 26 is fine. It's 12 fewer points. But I'm retaining the S, which is worth 8 to 10. And I think A and N both go well with the Q because of Chin and Cat. So I like my play. Opponent changes. Now, what do? I play Chins for 15. And you can see these plays which score more retain the Q. So this is my play, and I like it. Opponent plays V. Phew, no missed bingo here. M7. Boy and Boxy, that's nice. And a nice rack cleave. Oh, I play Obs for 33. Burning the S. Boy, definitely a better play. Opponent plays Vum. Yeah, they play Vum. They do have the O, and it's the last one, so that was a really nice play. This was a rack I struggled with. My play of Flauns doesn't even appear. So E13. Look at this. Inward. Beautiful play. It does retain 3 consonants, but it's a great score, and it offers nothing. Then H11. Infra does provide a floating A, so I'm not a fan of that. Plus it retains the W. Ordle, H13. That's nice, through the D. And retaining the I. So maybe Ordle would have been the play because it wouldn't have provided any good counterplay for opponent. Plus I'm retaining a scoring tile and a vowel to play it. But I did go with Flauns. Opponent didn't massively punish me. They played Raft. In fact, they gave me a great opportunity to block Ovum words because I have KI for 18 and a decent rack cleave if I can avoid vowels. Wow, Oxy extensions, didn't really pay attention to those. Opponent plays Glop. I have drawn all vowels. This is a horror show. So this is where I played Ida for 11. And these top plays are burning, well, the top one is burning the S, keeping triplicate I, L8. So I don't like that, and I do like Ida. Opponent plays just the solitary T. Now I play red G to take out column 7 and pretty much extinguish all bingo lanes apart from row B, so I like that play. Opponent plays just the O in front of and I play to take out row A as a bingo lane. So did opponent have a bingo at the end? No, they did not. Fantastic. So they play nature. I play is for 17, and opponent goes out with no for 7. So what a fascinating game. Absolutely beautiful stuff, and it's quite unusual to have a game which was this sort of delightful and fine. I'm struggling to find the right words. I am recording this in the morning, which I don't normally do, but I felt that was quite a delicate game, and I feel that I negotiated my way through it with the right sorts of plays. Obviously, the Woorali's miss was a shocker, and the creditor director miss likewise, but so it goes, and that's now ancient history. So many thanks to opponent for a good battle. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.